Okay, so unfortunately, there's somebody working out there. You may hear some noise in the background. And honestly, guys, I just want to get this video out to you, so hopefully it won't be too distracting. So let me go ahead and start with my eyes. Since this is such a huge palette for one, and two, since it's so pigmented, just in case any of it falls out, I want to be prepared. So I'm going to do something really simple here. First, I'm going to take this little crease brush, and I think this would be a really good transition color. This is called Moon Shadows, and I'm just going to tap off the excess. One thing about this is that you cannot deny it's pigmented. Wow. So the Moon Shadows I used as an actual transition color, and it was slightly lighter, but it's still very beautiful. There's a slight shimmer in here, so I'm going to mix it with warm sand, which should tone it down a little bit. And boy, these are pigmented. And I'm just using this old Urban Decay brush I have from one of the naked sets that wound up being what do you call it? I wound up getting rid of it because it wasn't good quality. I actually made a mistake of buying it on eBay, and it wound up being a fake. But the brush seemed to work, so I kept it. You know, we're not perfect. So since I'm going to just be going out today, I'm going to try to give myself a little bit of a mermaid glow, but I'm going to kind of keep with the colors a little on the subdued side. So what I want to do is a lid, and I really love this taupe color, which is called Mermaid. I'm using the e.l.f. Precisely Right shading brush just across the lid. Oh, it has this nice little mirror, by the way. So I kind of been using that as I've been doing this. I'm just going to do this as a base. And then I want to just add some pops of color in. Okay, next what I'd like to do is get the inner area. So I'm going to take the shader brush from Urban Decay, and just I want to use something that's going to open the eye up, since I have eyes that tend to be close set together. So I'm going to take this gold and then just kind of work it on the inner corner to blend in with Mermaid. Sorry guys, I should be holding it in front. Bad habit. Such a pretty gold. And yeah, so I've been taking off time from work, and it's been quite an adjustment to say the least. And probably will be off for a little while. Okay, next one I want to do is take this color up here called Shall We Dance, which is beautiful. I think that's from Beauty and the Beast, I think, the song, but it's still very pretty. I'm just going to take the edge of the shader brush and work this into my crease, and then give it an outer V. So now these are shimmery, but for some reason the shimmers don't bother me that much. They're very, very smooth. A lot of shimmers will make you age you like you would not believe. But I have found though, if you put a good serum on before you put your eyeshadows on, if any of you run into crepey eyes, that tends to cut down on the crepiness before you let the serum soak in, which I didn't do today. And as I keep going towards this, guys, I'm going to blend this a little bit. Just going to take this little blender brush and blend it in. The gold is actually nice for the inner corners too. Okay, so now that I see it, I want a little bit more on the outside. So I'm going to take this little crease brush and use Seaside, which is a beautiful color. Look at this, it's just so pretty. And kind of just add to it a little. And just to intensify the green. Now, I want to connect these. I realize, okay, the taupe is just kind of disappearing with this. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and combine these with a color to connect them. So I think the color that would work well for that would be this color here, which is Treasure Chest. Now, I didn't have this planned. This is completely off the top of my head. For some reason, I just love multicolor eye looks, especially with the bright colors. It's much better. Now, as you can see, it's more of a gradient, and it totally wakes up my eye. And if you are wearing something, like if you are going out, it's not going to be like super, super colorful, but it'll be enough to just give you like that pop of color that people love. Okay, now I want to work on a highlight color. So I'm going to take this and just take a very thin pencil brush. This one is also by Elf Precisely Right. And I'm just going to do my eyebrows, like just ever so gently. It really gives you a nice highlight. And I'm just going to touch up the inner corners where the gold is, just to give it some extra pop. And I just want to blend this in. When in doubt, guys, blend. And I want to connect the blues and greens to down. I want to bring what I have up here down here. I want to extend what I did over the top. So I'm going to take this really thin shader brush, and then what I want to do is take this little bit of orange, just extend it ever so gently underneath the eye so it connects with the gold. This one, the gold is in, is for over. And then what I want to do is take this greenish color and extend it underneath to give me that nice V. I really like it when it blends in with this teal color. So it gives you a nice hint of color without it being really overpowering. Okay, so now that I have that done, I want to work on my liner. And guys, I don't know, maybe like this like 100 times, and I will try to do wing liner for you, but that is just not my forte at this point. So I'm going to take a pencil liner and just give it a nice little, so I basically just give my lashes extra dimension. And I have this weird habit, guys. I just learned how to do lashes closed, especially with my left hand. Nice thing about pencil liner is it's so much more forgiving than ink liners and marker liners, whatever you want to call the liners, and liquid liners. Gel liners I have to still work with a little bit. I know they're prone to drying out, but I haven't worked with them enough, to be honest with you. And just want to carry it a little bit towards the inside. Oh, and the liner I'm using is the Tartist liner. It's nice because it's double, so you know, if I ever do want to go crazy and do a wing with the liquid, I have it right here. Okay, so now that that's done, it's time to work on the face. So what I want to use is this Bella Pierre Renew BB cream. I really like BB cream for the summer because it gives you a lighter look and you're not going to look like you're wearing a mask. And really, if you do makeup right, you're not going to look like you're wearing a mask. But it's just a matter of, I like having a lighter look in the summer. Oh, I forgot to put the mascara on, so I'll do that next. And my brows. I'm batting 1,000, see what I mean, guys? I took my little Ulta blender, or Ulta blending sponge, and I'm just going to blend this in. Not that it needs a blending sponge, you can do it with your fingers very easily. This is light, so it's just a touch darker than my regular complexion, but it really does blend in very nice. It gives me a nice even complexion. And my idea is to give me a glowy makeup look without it being too overpowering. So believe it or not, I really like this Wet n Wild concealer. It's just so easy to use, and in the summer I just don't want to have to be bogged down by really complex concealers or really heavy concealers. Although I do love this Tarte Shape Tape. That is really awesome stuff. But for some reason, I love using this, so let's just go ahead and dab that in with my Ulta blender. Need a little bit more here, not because of the color, but because the only bad thing is that sometimes you have to really try to get in there. And sometimes you might just be better off taking your finger and just working it in by that, just to get it where you want it, because this is kind of white. Now, what I want to do is set the powder. I'm going to use the e.l.f. translucent mattifying powder. Since I ran out of my Boots loose powder, I'm just using this. I'm trying to pan this baby away, and I'm getting pretty far. You don't get a whole lot in this, but it does give you a nice, smooth, matte look. But it's still, because I have this glowy moisturizer on, it still gives me a nice glowy look underneath, so the glow is showing through. And then I'll be adding in glowy bronzer and glowy, I guess I like the word glowy, guys, and glowy highlighter, so anything that's mattified will kind of balance out. It won't be too dewy, won't be too matte. Okay, so, but I have neglected my mascara, and that's a big no-no when you're doing your eyes first, so let's do that really quick. I'm using the Tartist mascara by Tarte. Really love this stuff. It gives me nice separation. What's nice is it has these things on the ends, so it'll get your baby lashes too. Now I can't neglect my brows either. Ever since I've, been away, everything is a little bit distorted, so I'm just using the simple little liner brush by e.l.f. And it's just to fill in the bare spots. Pretty much go with the full brow look. I don't do the tapered stuff. I just like it to look simple and natural. Okay, might be a little darker than I'm used to, but then again, I really have been going sans makeup for a while. So it's probably going to be a little bit of a shock factor. There we go. A little dark in there, so let me see if I can blend that in with the spoolie just a touch. Maybe it looks darker to me because I'm not used to wearing, I think it just looks darker to me because I'm not used to wearing mascara and doing a full makeup look. Okay, so for blush, since I want my eyes to be the focus, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Dual, but I'm going to use the lighter color, which is more of a peachy color. And to just give me a nice little glow, what I want to do is just use the blush. And I have this little, what do you call it? Dual fiber brush, I guess. And I just like to always do my cheekbones and enhance them. Blush for blush. Alright, next I want to do the bronzer. So what I'm going to use is this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I really like this little thing. I don't know why. It just seems to work for me. So what I'm going to do is just do the parts that I want to look bronze. This is Brita Bronzer in light, by the way. I want to get my neck, and I figure, you know, mermaids, they swim in the water. They're going to get a little bit bronzy because the sunlight, you know, kind of goes in the water. And I'm getting a little sweaty out here, guys, so bear with me. I'm going to have to do a little bit of blending, which I have my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. So let's blend this. It's one bad thing about doing it when you're not in air conditioning. Gives you pigmentation. Whoa. Thankfully, this Physicians formula is excellent at blending, which makes me really happy. Okay, now it's time for highlighting. So to go off of this new wave of highlighting, I'm going to use the Aurora palette. And I found personally that when I actually use my finger, it gives me the best highlight. So I'm going to take Luna and just kind of like dot it where I want it highlighted to be. I'm just going to take some Orion and dot that in there as well. And then I want to blend it. So I'm going to take my little highlighting taper brush from e.l.f. and just kind of blend it in together. Just so you get a nice wash, but you really can't tell, is it blue? Is it champagne? We just don't know. And yes, this does give you a highlight from the stars. So, and the last thing I want to work on is lips. So, since I chose warmer colors, what I did is I took this Urban Decay Full Frontal palette I have, and take this this color Snitch, which looks really bright. It's a bright orange, but when you put it on, it's sheer. Now on a day like this, I probably will use setting spray, but I had the worst luck of getting it on my mascara, so I'm not going to show you that. But this is the look, and then let me just show you the final look and how I would look when I'm going out. And this is the final look. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me, and for all of you who've stuck through the video this long. I really appreciate it. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Saucebox Cosmetics Mermaid Life Palette. Leave a comment below, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, hit like or subscribe, and you know, don't forget about the little bell so that you can be reminded when I do get to make more videos. You'll be on top of that. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember guys, don't let anyone diminish your fabulousness no matter what fight you have ahead of you. Okay, have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.